there, folks, and welcome back to the Gamer's Grotto. Tonight we're going to be playing the final part of I Am Your President. This is an interesting game.
Are you the president? Please don't deport Stu. He helps keeping pizza business growing.
He helps keep his pizza business growing. Well, that's true, yes. But let me tell you something about Stu. He's still fake news. Alright, anyway. We're going to be hopping right into this right now. Let's play more of I Am Your President on the PS5. Keep in mind, this game is a parody of Donald J. Trump, the current president of the United States, and is very funny. So it's not a serious game. It does not take itself seriously at all, and it parodies a lot of the craziness that President Trump has done in both of his terms. Anyway, let's hop right back into this, where we last left off, and play more of I Am Your President on the PS5. Fake news. Alright, let's go. What? Where did we even leave off? I don't even remember. Looks like we have one research point, which is absolutely useless, but look at this. We filled all the three of our promises. So that's fantastic, let me tell you. Alright, let's go. Next day. Where, they spelled where wrong. Where was our ally when the trade pact fell? I don't know. Alright. I got an email. Okay, let's see what our email says. Send me whatever. This is my response to her. I have a recurring dream that I'm actually a president of some moderate, quiet European country and don't have to constantly worry about the wildest of wild cards. Armed public. Yeah, I know that the Constitution gives the citizens the right to bear arms and all that, but it's pretty vague about it, isn't it? That's why pretty much every state has its own gun rights, so I was thinking if we cannot just take their guns, perhaps we can make being a gun owner as inconvenient as possible. What? Sounds terrible. Okay, what is this? Counteracting the toxic firearm culture establishment of the Registry of Arms. Owning a firearm without complying with the requirements of and registering in the Registry of Arms will be considered a felony and prosecuted in a federal court. All Americans saw carrying firearms risk of having them confiscated by the police force. What? Additionally, anyone who willingly turns their weapons will be reimbursed. Turns their weapons? I think they mean returns their weapons. Let me tell you something. Every American needs to have a gun and be able to fire it at whomever they want. Let's just connect the dots here. That's fantastic. This is my signature, folks. It's a fantastic signature. Look at that. It's a wonderful signature. That's out of all the signatures in the world, I'm telling you, this is the best one. Alright, anyway, reject, because every American should have the right to kill themselves and others. Alright, fantastic. Oh, I got 3 more points here. Let's see. Let's zoom this out a bit. Gun safety. Choose your words. Plus 5 auditorium, plus 10 left. What is that one at the bottom? Libertarian hero. Oh, new merch. President's bathwater. Fantastic. That's worth investing money in. Alright, let's see here. What's this? You have a new crisis. We already know about that. Alright. It's the daughter. Dad, is that true? I can't believe it. I really can't. It is true. UFO is real and the aliens are way more powerful than we thought. It's not true. I didn't even touch her. And it was all consensual. It's a lie. That guy is not your father. I am. What? I wasn't talking about your affairs. Who was it this time? An actress? A model? Well, it was the aliens. They control my every move. They even made me buy your sister Eleanor a ticket for an around-the-world trip. What a weird conversation we're having. Why? Do you love her more than me? I do. She's my favorite. You're in the second place. No, you are my favorite daughter, so I buy Eleanor presents to gag my conscience. I'm sorry. You're in the second place. I knew it. You never loved me. Mom said you even wanted her to have an abortion. What the fuck? Shit, does she have it? Does she have it on tape? Because if not, then it's a lie. I would never say that I love you. How can I prove it? I want to go to Haiti and write about this trip on my blog. Why Haiti? Because I love their folklore. You know, voodoo, zombies, witchcraft. What the fuck? When I post this on my blog, it will drive people crazy. Please, Dad, I was born to do this. Fine, you can go, but please be careful and do not hit on your bodyguard. This is not a movie, and he's no Kevin Costner. So, bye-bye, cardboard daughter. That's the end of the day, I guess. You know damn well shit's gonna go down. If you've been tuning into the previous two streams, you know damn well shit is going to go down. Oh god, it's the other daughter. Dad, we must talk. I feel old. Well, hello to you too, my sweet darling. If you're old, I must be older than the universe itself. Or maybe we're both the exact same age. What? What do you mean, Dad? Are you having a stroke right now? No, I mean, the particles that form the universe are basically the same still. So I am the universe, old and wise and... Is this boomer babbling or what? I came here to tell you how I feel, not to listen about the universe. I couldn't care less about the universe today. Alright, what's going on? Just give it to me straight. I don't know. You tell me. I'm old and deeply disappointed, just like you. Are you feeling that way? I can't even say that one. Are you feeling that way because your sister Alyssa is no longer with us? She's not... Is this something personal? Maybe someone made you feel that way? Are you worried about the future? You know, global warming, world hunger, a fast decline of our civilization? Thinking about the future gives me panic attacks, sometimes, but that's not why I started feeling like I'm older than you are. Is it a midlife crisis of some sort? The strange effect of cosmic radiation? Or did someone call you a MILF, even though you are not a mum yet? Dad, I'm still at least a decade from being a MILF. Jesus Christ. But you're right about that one thing. Someone did make me feel older, maybe unknowingly. Tell me all about it then. Take your time. It's not like your dad is the president and there's a ton of work to do. You don't do anything. I mean, I don't do anything. Yeah. I went to the club last night and all the people there looked like a bunch of kids. They were trying to act like adults, drinking, swearing, making out. But for the first time ever, I noticed how nervous and awkward they all were. And after that, I couldn't just be in a club and have fun. Now, I was too self-conscious about being older and wiser than everyone else there. And then someone called me ma'am, so I just went home and cried all night. Oh my god. Who cares? I'm so sorry, honey. Time flies like a savage drone, hurting everyone. But you can get used to it, trust me. And think about the alternative, being stuck in a time loop, not making any progress in your life ever. It's not that bad the way it is. Yeah, I can relate to that. Move the mouse cursor, please. I can relate to that a bit, but it's not like the world is ending because you felt old while tried to have fun in your some stupid club. Grow up, will you? Life is hard and then you die. And dying is not a game over screen, just a well-deserved unpaid leave. Yeah, I'll do that one. Maybe you're right. Thanks, Dad. It was nice talking to you. Yeah, bye, lunatic. I guess we're going on Screecher now. So this Screecher is basically like Twitter, or Truth Social, I guess it is now. Truth Social. So I got 4 different responses we can use. Let's check them all out. Having kids and watching them grow up made me appreciate life in general. We all feel old, weird, or stupid sometimes, but like every other emotion or thought, this too will pass. Why did our parents put us on this planet? Kids, you can't live with them, but you can, and you absolutely should live and have fun without them. Wow. I guess that one. Alrighty. And we've got somebody at the door again. Mr. President, I just found out you're doing this thing, and they can't convict me. I haven't done anything. Besides, they have no evidence, and they know it. It's just a little fetish I have. I swear to God, it's harmless, mostly. What? No, I'm talking about these abominations you're trying to sell. Deep down, I'm a businessman. I'm selling all kinds of shit. You need to be more precise. Are you talking about my kids? I'm not trying to sell my daughters, and I don't like it when they're called abomination. I'm talking about these action figures modeled after you. Hyper President, Fireworker, Unforgettable Leader, The Incredible Shrew. All of them have your face. Yes, one of my brightest ideas. Don't you get it? No, I don't get it. That sounds stupid. It looks ridiculous and feels shady. Alright, first of all, kids will love me, and one day they will grow up to be full-fledged voters. Second, whatever happens next, I will be remembered as a towering figure of American politics, an actual superhero who gave his all for the country he truly loved. Do you catch my drift? Yeah, no. It's either that or you'll look like a complete jackass. Give up your foolish dreams, Mr. President, and cancel this atrocious project before the media discovers these stupid dolls even exist. Shit, you might be right. Again. Well, there goes my action figure career, I guess. They're not dolls, they're action figures, and I will never give up on my dreams, not in a billion years.
Mr. President, I've read on your daughter's blog that she's in Port-au-Prince, the capital of Haiti. Why did she go there?
To finally know the truth about voodoo and zombies, of course. What did you think she was going to do? Because I paid for the ticket, I'm a weak man and I can't say no to anybody.
Zombies aren't real, and didn't you read my last report? It's not safe to go to Haiti right now.
What do you mean by not real? I saw them with my own eyes in the movies. Of course I've read it. It just reminds me. Remind me, what was it about?
My report was about all the reasons why no one should go to Haiti at this point. It's politically unstable. Almost half the population is starving. There are protests, violence, and so on.
And if all of this weren't enough, zombies. Fuck, what have I done? Shit, now I get it. We need to warn Alyssa.
Mr. President, maybe you should just call your daughter?
No, she never answers when I call. The only thing that can save her is the power of my screeches. Alyssa, run away from the zombie-infested country ASAP. The Haiti crisis is very dangerous. No U.S. citizen, especially my daughter Alyssa, should go there. Alyssa, come back ASAP. Haiti is fucked. Do you understand? Haiti is doomed. In my dreams, I see Alyssa coming back to me riding a dolphin.
A dolphin?
Alright, Alyssa, run away from the zombie-infested country. The Haiti crisis is very dangerous. No U.S. citizen. All of these, like... all of these kind of single out that she's there. I guess this one, but all of them kind of like point that she's in Haiti, which, you know, kind of puts a hit out on her, essentially. Making progress. New map events await my inspection. Let's take a look. One there. Is that it? All right. The president of Burundi has just announced that his service will no longer be bound by term limits. What a great guy. Perhaps we should start looking into it here as well. I beg your pardon. I'll give him a chance to walk it back. Our interference would be counterproductive. 70 to 25. If there will be success, open relationship, which means more trade deals. Let's do it. Task was successful, which means now we can do a trade deal with them. There it is. Alright, I think that's that for that. Got 4 upgrade points and 1 email. Let's see. The U.S. Special Forces. Let's just see what this is. Expanding social programs and special privileges for veterans. This document outlines the extent of new regulations and privileges applicable to U.S. Army veterans. Most notably, in return for their faithful service, they shall enjoy priority in all proceedings, administrative or otherwise, including those handled by private institutions. You know what? I'm always saying the president and the veterans are one and the same, so that's fantastic. Let's just put down our beautiful signature here. Look at that. It's fantastic. It's a wonderful signature. You can almost make out what it says. And then we put that away, and then we hit accept on this, because the veterans deserve our respect. And that? Oh, somebody at the door. Who the hell's this?
Hello, sir. It's time for your routine test.
Who?
Sir, do not be alarmed. This is a standard procedure.
Procedure?
Someone gives you a half-empty milk bottle for your birthday. How do you react?
I wouldn't accept it. I would say thank you for the empty. I would appreciate it.
You're reading a magazine, you come across a full-page nude photo of a guy. You show it to your wife, who likes it so much she hangs it on your bedroom wall. The guy is lying on a bearskin rug.
What type of bear? I would take it down. Huh?
Your little boy shows you his butterfly collection, plus the killing jar. What do you say?
Oh, lovely. That's nice, but why don't you keep the killing jar for yourself? Nothing. I take my boy to the doctor.
What the While walking along in desert sand. Why is this so important right now? Like, out of all the things we could be doing, why are we doing like a trivia with one of the fucking National Guards? What's going on here? While walking along in the desert sand, you suddenly look down and see a tortoise crawling toward you. You reach down and flip it over onto its back. The tortoise lies there, its belly baking in the hot sun, beating its legs, trying to turn itself over, but it cannot do so without your help. You are not helping. Why?
President simulator and acted like Trump.
There once was a guy named James who said the stupidest shit and needs to be tariffed. What do you mean I'm not helping? What's a tortoise? A wet desert.
What's a tortoise? Sounds like something he would say. Describe in single words only the good things that come to mind about your mother.
Warm voice, cookies. Music, love, summer, sun, books, movies, sun, books.
He said books like twice, and sun twice.
My mother. I'll tell you about my mother.
Oh, and he thinks I'm Chase Lowe.
You say a bunch of things that make me wonder.
And let's
stop here. Great. How did you like the test?
What was the point of all this? What test? It was fun.
Oh, it was to simply test the simulation.
What simulation?
Anyway, how are you?
That was weird. I'm okay. Who the hell's this guy?
Mr. President, I have terrible news. Your daughter Elisa has been kidnapped and her bodyguard murdered. What? Is it for real? What kind of madman would do something like this? Holy mother of fuck. What do we do now? Alyssa is being held hostage by a terrorist group called the Wretches. We know some of them are gang members in Cité Soleil, a poor commune located in Port-au-Prince. Jesus, so what do we do now? We don't know yet where Alyssa is being held, but I am quite certain she got kidnapped for ransom. What do they want? We're not sure yet. This is a very...
Dr. Phil bringing the bad news.
We're not sure yet. This is very difficult and delicate situation, but we're expecting a ransom call any minute now. No, it's not enough. We need to act now. You're right. Let's take this calmly and try not to fuck it up. Sir, I've got a message that the Wretches leader wants to negotiate. With you personally, will you agree to that? No, I will not. I want to act, not to have a chat with terrorists. Your agents must get Alyssa back before anything bad happens. Yes, I will.
Just gonna call my phone. My imaginary phone that just appears whenever it rings.
I'm glad you agreed to negotiate with us. Now we'll find out how much do you love your daughter. What do you want? I just need Alyssa to be back with us safely. Kidnapping Alyssa was the biggest mistake of your life.
Gotta be nice to them.
Good. You have the money, right? A lot of it. You're the president of a very rich country, from what I know. Yes, how much? Is that really all you can think of? Money? You'd be better off kidnapping some billionaires, kid. $50 million and not a dollar less.
That's not even that much. I can actually afford that. I got everything at it. Like, okay, my finances are way more than 50 million based on my stats. So this is just stupid. Okay, whatever.
Okay, I'll give you anything you want. Just let Alyssa go. I love her so much. What? Are you out of your mind? You're going to regret the day you were born, you greedy scum. It was really nice doing business with you, Mr. President. Alyssa will be free soon. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Let me guess, she gets killed. They execute her after they take my money. See, it didn't even affect my economy. That's how much money I have. 50 million didn't do shit to put this down. Since the flights are too expensive, people are stuck at home. So, oh well. Got another email here. Let's see what this one is. Federal utilization of means of production in emergency scenarios. In case of national emergencies, the federal government of the U.S. is free to utilize the privately owned infrastructure when preparing a proper crisis response.
That sounds fantastic. I heard emergency crisis, bombs, killing people. That's all I need to know. That's fantastic. Let's do it.
All right.
When my daughter, Alyssa, asked me to buy her a ticket to Haiti, I thought it could be a fun little trip. She wanted to learn more about voodoo, zombies, witchcraft. Those things are scary, sure, but at least they're not real. Terrorists, on the other hand, are very real and very dangerous. So when a terrorist group called the Wretches kidnapped my daughter and murdered her bodyguard in cold blood, I was deeply disturbed. Thank God it all ended well. This outcome was nothing short of a miracle. I've decided to negotiate with the Wretches and somehow convince them to let Alyssa go. She's now back with us, and I couldn't be happier.
Morning, Mr. President. We have a very serious issue to resolve.
I don't feel like working today. Can we postpone it? I am listening.
I'm afraid we cannot, sir. Tomorrow will be a month since the Detroit shooting. We have to plan our actions.
Meaning, that was a terrible tragedy.
As you remember, sir, exactly a month ago, a Muslim terrorist attacked a shopping mall in Detroit. 50 people have died in the shooting, and even more were hurt. Firstly, we have to decide how to honor this bitter anniversary, and secondly...
Yes, first things first, let's start with the Sodomites.
Well, secondly, we have to think about citizen security. We could consider tightening up the regulations of immigration policy.
Why should we do that? I'm all ears.
Well, I mean, that's what he's doing right now, right? So, yeah. We could suspend immigration from regions of the world with a history of terrorism. That is one way to prevent the shootings from happening.
What is the other option? That sounds reasonable.
I want to see what the other option is, actually. The other, less invasive but still controversial option would be changing the refugee admission program.
I like this option better. I will think about this, but first we have to deal with the Detroit Memorial.
Of course, sir, you could prepare the speech and visit the memorial, or choose another way of honoring the victims.
I should be there in person. I would rather donate some money to the charity organizations. I don't want to be connected with all that at all.
Either in person. I think you made a right call, sir. I will take care of the security measures and prepare the plan of the flight.
Right then, I will write a speech.
Alright, what do we got here?
Today, as Americans, we grieve the brutal murder, a horrific massacre of dozens of innocent people. We pray for their families who are grasping for answers with broken hearts. As Americans, we are united in grief and outrage and in resolve to defend our people. The attack on the shopping mall in Detroit was the worst strike on our soil since September 11th and the worst mass shooting in our country's history.
Yeah, I think that one's a good one.
This is an especially heartbreaking day for all our friends, our fellow Americans, who has witnessed this terrible attack and have, even though they survived, these horrible memories keep coming back and those people cannot find peace. But today, there's only one thing to discuss: the growing threat of terrorism inside of our borders, and the threat is coming from abroad. The families of these wonderful people are totally devastated, and they will be forever. Likewise, our whole nation, and indeed the whole world, is devastated.
I feel you'd say that.
We stand with the people of Detroit who have endured a terrible attack on their city. Although it's still too early in the investigation, we know enough to say that this was an act of terror and an act of hate. We also express our profound gratitude to all the police and first responders who rushed into harm's way. It's the kind of sacrifice that our law enforcement professionals take every single day for all of us, and we can never thank them enough. The place where they were attacked is more than a shopping mall. It has grown to become a symbol of a solidarity where people come together to unite in grief.
Okay. That's my speech. Deal with it or don't. I think it's a good speech.
I think out of all the speeches in the world, it was the most fantastic, let me tell you. It's right up there with the Declaration of Dependence of In.
Alright, oversight. What is this? Zoom, zoom, zoom. What does that say? Say hi to the eye in the sky. Oh. It's... Okay, I guess I already bought it. Whoops. Alright. Well, oh well. Probably worth it. Also, it is snowing like crazy. What the hell? Sir, I know you're an avid gamer, so I'm here to warn you about this new ARG called Unlock My Full Potential.
What's an ARG? You don't have to warn me about anything. You're not my mom.
What does this have... What, a gamer? What does... Oh my god, okay. Alternate reality game. It's the kind of game or narrative that encourages players to discover the story by finding scattered bits of information on the web and in the real world.
Sounds fun. You make me want to try it. Sounds boring. Why are we talking about this?
Sounds fun. Sir, please don't. If our information is correct, the Russian troll army is somehow involved in this game.
I need to know more. What is it about?
It's a made-up story about some kidnapped girl asking players to help her. The girl looks exactly like a famous supermodel, Kathy OMG. What makes it look even more believable.
Interesting stuff. Thanks for telling me about this game. You're right, it sounds suspicious. We should be cautious and warn the public.
Is this, I'm guessing I'm going to do a tweet now. Oh.
Is this the future of gaming or just a fad? Last week we wrote about the strange new ARG called Unlock My Full Potential. And now more than 5 million Americans have already joined the game. You get those cryptic messages from that incredibly hot girl who was kidnapped and you must do what she asks, for in order to save her, says Joe Average Jr., an ARG fanatic who had already spent 2 weeks trying to solve this latest web mystery. Rumor has it that the game was developed in Russia, and it's not entirely safe, so consider yourself warned.
Morning, Mr. President. I've come back with the papers we talked about.
Yes, please tell me more. What papers?
Do you remember our conversation about taking up security measures to ensure nothing like the tragedy in Orlando happens again?
Yes, I remember. So what do you have in mind? I recall that I have not chosen any option yet. No, can you elaborate?
Well, I've prepared 2 options. You could either suspend immigration from regions of the world with a history of terrorism, or rethink the refugee admission program. I've prepared both options, and it's up to you to decide, sir.
Huh. Let me hear about the refugee program.
The thing is that the United States refugee admissions program is quite expanded and costs a lot of money. Most of these people really need help, but on the other hand, allowing all of them to enter the USA also poses a threat in the matter of security.
How do you want to handle this? Cutting the expenses will be hard, but we have to endure, and we will.
We will suspend the refugee admissions program for 120 days.
And then what? Isn't it a bit too harsh?
Then we will either prolong it or soften the regulations and allow some exceptions. It's up to you, sir.
I see. Let me take a look at this document and I will make up my mind. The executive order protecting the nation from foreign terrorist entry into the United States. The Secretary of State shall suspend the U.S. refugee admissions program for 120 days. During the 120-day period, the Secretary of State, in conjunction with the Secretary of Homeland Security and in consultation with the Director of National Intelligence, shall review the U.S. RAP application and adjudication process to determine what additional procedures should be taken to ensure that those approved for refugee admissions do not pose a threat to the security and welfare of the United States, and shall implement such additional procedures. It's a smiley face, look at that. It's a fantastic, look at that. It's a wonderful smiley face. He's so happy, look at that. He's happy because we're getting rid of terrorist scum. Look, he's so happy. He's a fantastic man, this guy. He's fantastic. Look, he's very happy. We're getting rid of all of these terrorists. Damn, everything's at 1,000. That's crazy. Nuke threat? What? Well, you didn't keep your word. Perhaps no one will pay attention to it. Maybe. I didn't even know I was supposed to nuke North Korea. What the fuck? We have failed to build any new bases. Let's hope that this does not mean the beginning of the end of our dominance. I wasn't aware that I was supposed to be nuking North Korea. I don't even know how to nuke North Korea. I don't even think the nuke room is open yet. Supporting the research into bolstering the genetic health of American population. Let it serve as a reminder that no American institution, academic or otherwise, cannot be legally bound by the laws or provisions of the United States International Bioethics Committee. Therefore, any institution faced with international prejudice or obstructionism can rely on the U.S. government to provide the necessary backing for prenatal genetic research projects. All right. Oh, somebody's on the phone.
Nice to meet you, kind sir. My name is Mr. Smile, and I have some not too disturbing questions for you today. Hello, Boris, is that you? Are you trying to prank me again? I don't understand Russian humor at all. Is that you, Chester? Come on, quit being so stupid already. It's time to move on. I have no idea who this Boris Mister might be. Anyway, here's the first question for you. Are you sleeping well lately? Any scary things appear when you close your eyes, sir? I sleep like a baby. Why do you even ask? Because I know about all the terrible things you've done. I have no idea what you're talking about. By the way, whoever is without sin cast the first stone. Remember who said that?
Yeah, we did neither of these things. Not saving my daughter. I see this. So I feel like these were two bad choices anyway.
Of course I know him. I even talked to the fella on the desert. But this dream survey is not about that. It's about your nightmares, your guilty conscience. My dreams are none of your business. I won't answer any of your stupid questions. Everything is my business, kind sir. Time to hang up now. I'll see you in your dreams. Do you think you can scare me? Fuck off, asshole.
Who in the hell is Mr. Smile? What the hell? That looks like such an AI-generated image. Who in the hell is Mr. Smile? Last week was particularly strange for many Americans, who received a disturbing phone call from a person calling himself Mr. Smile. While talking with a really strange accent, he asked mostly about dreams and bad things people did in the past. What's even more puzzling, no one was able to trace the call. And I'm talking about police chiefs, FBI agents, and high-ranking officials. Will we ever find out who Mr. Smile really is? I'm not sure if I want to know, to be honest. All right. Good evening, Mr. President. I'm here to report that our operation codenamed Wraith Hunt was successful. We've managed to arrest 4 Russian sleeper agents, all under non-official cover.
Great. I hope they didn't have a chance to do much damage.
They've managed to harvest some data using this game.
What game? What data?
Well, we already know what game. I mean, it's the one that we were talking about. They've gathered a lot of personnel data from users millions of Americans were playing. Unlock my full potential, so we can assume most of them weren't careful enough to avoid danger. We've warned them from what I remember, so our hands are clean. To some degree, yes, but still, it doesn't look good that we didn't know a famous supermodel, Kathy OMG, was a Russian spy. Was she? Goddamn, such a lovely, innocent-looking girl. Are you sure about that? I've always felt there was something wrong with her. She was rich, so why take part in some sketchy ARG? It turned out she wasn't in it for the money. 1 second, guys. I just noticed my headset is dying here. Let's just plug that in. Alright, sorry about that. Always felt there was something wrong with her. She was so rich. Yeah, it runs in the family. We've just found out her biological father was a high-ranking KGB agent. Like father, like daughter. At least now I can make fun of the Russian president on Screecher. Sounds like a great plan. Let's just make fun of him now and cause another war. Crazy. Remember to always keep your data safe. Don't play any sketchy games or strange ARGs. Spies use them frequently. Funny. Do you know what Kathy OMG and the Russian president have in common? They're both bummed as hell right now. The Ruskies tried to fool us with their stupid unlock my full potential game. Now Kathy OMG will fucking rot in jail. Kathy, it's like ES sang, drink up baby, look at the stars, I'll kiss you again between the bars.
Mr. President, we had to put out a fire.
What? A fire? Is something burning? Bring it on.
No, sir, that was a metaphor. Maybe not a most eloquent one, since I am not a poet, but...
Okay, I get it, just go on with it.
The act that came into life yesterday has caused many protests across the country. I think the biggest one is currently taking place at the JFK airport.
Okay, tell me about this protest. Why do I learn about this just now?
It all started with just a small group that had gathered in front of Terminal 4, the international one. But then the protest spread throughout the airport and a parking deck as well. Now, there are about 2,000 protesters at the airport.
What are these protesters saying? Can't we just chase them away?
Most of them are holding banners with the Stop Muslim Ban slogan. There are also some President Must Go and Families Together.
They must stop now. We have to ease tension somehow.
Yes, it is quite serious. If we don't take care of this matter properly, it could end with massive protests in the whole country.
Are these protesters dangerous? Yes, it is dangerous, so we must stay calm and try not to make it even worse.
Well, right now they are not aggressive, but their presence at the airport is blocking the traffic. Also, they won't allow the airport employees to do their job.
We have to federalize National Guard. If they are not dangerous, there is no need to make a power play. Let's just send in the National Guard.
Right away, sir. I will federalize New York National Guard immediately and give them your orders.
That's the right thing to do. Immigrant war in the USA. Families separated, protests spread across country. Wow, this is so accurate to what's happening right now. What the shit? Damn, this game is right on the nose. The whole situation started with the president signing Executive Order 13769. It has led to protests blocking public spaces. One of the biggest was held at the JFK airport, where over 2,000 people were chanting anti-government slogans. They went viral, and the most popular hashtags are currently grandparents not terrorists, as the act has separated families and Muslim ban. To make it all worse, the president used National Guard to disperse protesters, which led to massive riots. 4 people were hurt, 1 soldier among them, and over 20 were arrested. This was a bad day for America. Fake news. All right. All right, illegal immigrants. You should help them or get rid of them, but you have to do something. Compelling accountability. Let's get this sent to my inbox. No offense can be expunged from criminal records. No act of law-breaking is to be permanently recorded. No exceptions apply. What? No offense can be expunged from criminal records. Any act of law-breaking is to be permanently recorded. Oh, okay. I read that wrong. Look at this fantastic drawing. This is a drawing of what my brain looks like. It's fantastic. Look at that. It's wonderful. Look at all those brain lines all over the place. Look, it's fantastic. I'm telling you. I have one of the best brains in the world. Look at, I'm telling you. It's fantastic. That's fantastic brain. All right. Put away. Yes, we will accept that one. We've got more upgrade points. Might as well put them towards war, because we've been doing that anyway. Let's see here. What does that one say? Shit! No! No, no, no. No, no, no. Can I... Fuck. No! I was trying to read the, trying to read this one. Fuck. Alright, well, I guess I don't have a choice. Looks like you can't undo those. Oh, that's shitty. Ah, you again. Sir, we were hit, and this is big. Jesus is not looking good. What happened? I've never seen you this scared. Emails, messages, personal data, everything. It's more than just a leak. We're bleeding here. How did this happen? Russia? China? Who's to blame? I smell an inside job. It is possible. We've lost terabytes of personal messages, but the scariest part is that almost all accounts of our government members were hacked and gutted. It won't look good on the international stage. I mean, some of the emails. We need to act fast. Sir, you called the President of Finland a stupid death metal cunt, and the Vice President wrote that Swedish Prime Minister is far from a supermodel. This won't just go away. We need to deny everything. We need to use our leverage. I don't even know. Leverage, I guess. And do what? Smear any foreign politician we can. Exactly. They're no saints from what I know. Leak what we have to the media, distract, and let the chaos reign. Sounds terrible. Kind of regret making that choice. UK Prime Minister was a drug dealer. Okay. After the recent leak that hit the US government harder than anything, even more documents found their way to the media. Now we can find out what secrets other presidents and prime ministers hide in their closets. For example, UK Prime Minister was a coke dealer in college, and the German federal chancellor forced his ex-wife to have an abortion or he, quote, will cut her head off. It's like Jesus Christ. Okay. Crazy game. Who are you? Mr. President, Oscar nominations have just been announced. And any good films? I did like Toker a lot, but it's not important. The thing is that The Farewell has been nominated for Best Picture. Didn't you like this film, or what? Oh god, just get to the point. The problem is that its director Farha Azgradi is Iranian. Due to the travel ban, he is not allowed to cross the U.S. border. Does he have a big chance of winning? This is some bullshit. I do not care about Oscars. Sir, you may not care for Oscars, but the ceremony will be broadcasted worldwide and watched by millions. We have to make sure it doesn't affect the White House's image. So what do you propose? What is the worst that could happen? I hate the Oscars, so I mean, if it were up to me, I would just be like, fuck the Oscars. We can either ignore this issue or let Farha Azgradi enter the country as an exception. Or you could just make it a law and allow all the prominent artists from banned countries to enter the USA. I did not decreed the travel ban for vain. The law is clear on this point. Well, I suppose letting him in would be good for the White House's image. Let's make an exception in this case. I think we could make it a permanent rule so the greatest artists from around the world may enter the United States. I'll make an exception. I understand, sir. We will send him a formal invitation for the ceremony, which will include the special visa. This should be it. Now, I know that there's a lot of spelling mistakes in the game. Keep in mind that this game was made in Poland and not the United States or Canada. As such, the English is hit and miss. Anyway, artists united in the cause of Farha Azgradi after his touching speech during the Academy Awards ceremony. The Farewell cast left the Academy Awards ceremony with a statuette for Best Picture. Yet it wasn't the main thing that had an impact on the film crew's lives. It was the most touching speech I have ever heard in the whole history of this award, says Meryl Streep. She even shed a few tears while listening to painful memories of Farha Azgradi. The director shared his story during the acceptance speech. In Iran, I had no chance to fulfill my dream or to pursue the career I crave for, he said. But the U.S. stepped in with the scholarship, and here I am. I consider America one of my homelands. We can have more than one homeland in our hearts, because it is like a parent, and it is fair to say that you love one more than the other. Farha Azgradi ended his speech with this rhetorical question, leaving the audience in awe but also in rage. There should be no travel ban, no discrimination. Says Meryl Streep, will we see the change? We will not. I'm telling you, there's gonna be a travel ban. I'm telling you, no people except for Americans will be allowed to enter the United States of America. That's just how it's gonna be, okay? You want to be somewhere in the United States, you can fuck off, because it's not gonna happen. Is this the daughter again? Nope, this is the secretary. Good morning, Mr. President. Well, here we are on the last day of your presidency. We made it, sir. Are you okay? How are you feeling? I'm good, just a bit tired. No need to worry, I'm okay, just a bit nostalgic. Don't ask. There's still so much that has to be done. Should we be going? It's time for your farewell speech. Sure, lead the way. I'm looking forward to it, Mr. President. It's not often in one's political career that you get to speak from your heart. Yeah. Let's go. Alright, this is the ending of the game, actually, so, I think this part is all fully voice acted, if I remember correctly, so I'm gonna be out for this.
Hello, Washington, D.C.
That doesn't sound like Trump, lol.
No, it's not. It's not supposed to be Trump. I just do the Trump voice because the writing in this game makes it feel like Trump. It's not actually Trump. It's a parody of Trump, but it's not supposed to be Trump. But, you know, I just figured do a Trump voice. But realistically, the president sounds like this in the game. Anyway, sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what to say here.
I'm so happy to see you. And the fact that you're here must mean that you're happy to see me as well. But I have something important to tell you. These past 8 years, taught me a great deal about duty and responsibility. And although we live in crazy times, I did my best to serve you. However, the life goes on, and it is my hope that you can remember me as your best buddy that just happened to live in the White House. Although it's impossible to know what the future holds for us, I believe that as long as we, the people, cherish our democratic foundations, we shall circumvent any danger. Thus, just like that, we've made it to the end of this wonderful journey.
Four more years! 4 more years! This really is like President Trump. Fantastic, bring it on, 4 more years. They say 4 more years. Let's do 4 more years. It's fantastic, let's do it. Fuck that, I'm not leaving. Look at that. Everybody in the audience is saying 4 more years. You can go fuck yourself, mister. We need to leave because it's getting out of hands. Look at this, they all love me. We're gonna go for 4 more years. No, we're actually gonna go for 50 more years of myself as President of the United States. It's gonna be fantastic. We're gonna make America greater than great again, okay? It's gonna be amazing. Farewell address? Do I have to open this? No? Alright. The hell? Well, I'm back in the White House. Am I still the president? President's farewell address sparks chaos. Soon-to-be former president has once again shocked the media with his yesterday's appearance. While historically we came to expect farewell speeches to be heartwarming and wholesome, our president proved that he's a lame duck only on paper. The crowd erupted in deafening applause and began chanting 4 more years, nearly uniformly. It was mayhem. Told us the venue's manager. I've never seen anything like this, and we've hosted rock concerts in the past. But that's not all. The president-elect was also present at the event and had to be escorted out the moment things began getting out of hand.
Hard to imagine a more embarrassing and awkward prelude to his presidency.
Good morning, Mr. President. I can't believe this is one of the last times I get to assist you. Me neither, my friend. So, how you doing today? Pretty good, why? No need to beat around the bush. What's going on?
Whoops. Well, you see, sir, the president's inauguration ceremony is about to start. And if you don't mind me saying so, I think you should attend. Your yesterday's, speech has been divisive, to put it mildly. But if you just acknowledge the new president, many would feel much more at ease with the transfer of power.
What makes you feel like I'd ever acknowledge?
Sir, what are you saying?
You were there yesterday. You saw what people wanted. Come on, old friend. You know me long enough to see where this is going. I'm saying that sometimes I hate my job, but don't worry. I'll go for the greater good.
You were there yesterday is totally what he would say.
4 more years. Fuck it. Fake news.
I mean, yeah, you were a fantastic president. There aren't many that would disagree with that, but using that to undermine the new president is just petty.
You must really be underestimating my influence if you think that it's just about myself. And do you really think I'm this selfish and narrow-minded? I suppose that's how most people would perceive it. I shouldn't tarnish my legacy like this.
That's not what... oh my God, that's absolutely unprecedented, not to mention unconstitutional. Sir, you're going to go down the history as a villain.
Only if I fail. Do you really doubt me this much? Look, I've always gone out of my way to have everyone's back. Do you really think they'll just throw me under the bus? A coup? I mean, it does sound terrible if you put it like this. That's not how I want to be remembered.
Of course not. We've known each other for ages. And, yeah, after yesterday, people started talking and joking around about a third term. White House is full of your supporters, sir. But provided you could actually pull this off, is this really something you want? Haven't you and your family had enough?
I've always served this country, and I feel like, given the circumstances, this is also my duty. As long as I can count on you guys, I got this. My family, yeah, honestly, I've been so caught up in this, I haven't considered that their well-being should be my priority.
Understood, sir, I'm with you. What do you want me to do right now?
Just talk to my staff and see what they think. Let's just see how the inauguration plays out.
You can count on me, sir. Before I go, can I give you one last bit of advice?
Certainly, I'm all ears.
Even though it's the right thing to do given the circumstances, it's still very much against our entire system, sir. This means that many will treat you like a villain, and there won't be any legislative safety net to fall back on.
What are you getting at?
Mr. President, these upcoming days are going to be very tough, but you need to be tougher. Even if that means playing it dirty or stepping on a few toes. Are you ready for that?
Don't worry, I'm serious about this and not naive enough to think it's gonna be easy.
Good, I'm glad to hear that. Either way, I should get going.
Good luck and thank you.
This is crazy. So we're going a third term? Wow. I didn't think that this game would actually go this far. That actually looks like Trump. That's insane. A conflict that can no longer be ignored. Yesterday, the American people bore witness to a shocking spectacle described as grotesque by some and patriotic by others. I knew something was wrong from the very beginning, reported our correspondent. There were just too many empty chairs, and the place was buzzing with hushed chatter. Of course, the biggest giveaway was the absence of the person who stood there on this day 8 years ago. After reciting his presidential pledge, the newly appointed president proceeded to give his inaugural address. parts of which spurred some officials to theatrically leave the podium. This proves too much for the speaker. Those voices first began shaking, then became robotic and unconvincing. Undoubtedly, there's a major conflict between the new and the former president. While the specifics are largely unknown, one thing's certain. We are witnessing something of historical importance for both the U.S. political system and the public. Okay. What the hell?
Guarding your post to the very end, I see. Someone has to. Good morning to you, too. So, what's the occasion? Is there anything you wanted to tell me before I assume office? Not really. Quite a few things, actually, but I'm more of a gentleman. I see. Well then, if there's nothing else, would you mind getting up and letting me do my job? This chair suits me well, wouldn't you agree? Sure, go ahead, right ahead, but you're going to regret it very soon. Funny until the end. I see. Almost as amusing as the little stunt you orchestrated during my inauguration ceremony. Enough jokes. I have a job to do. But I was being completely serious. This is the end. Your presidency is over. All that remains is for you to lay back on some ranch and enjoy your retirement, you senile old fool. A general can't leave his army when they need them the most. Who do you think you are, boy? How dare you insult me? Retirement sounds nice and all, but you hurt the people. I can't just leave. The army has a general, me. Do you really feel experienced enough to shoulder the burden? What burden? I mean, bearing responsibility for American soldiers and knowing that they pay for your mistakes with their lives. Well, no, I mean, of course I lack experience, but I'll be surrounded by countless excellent men to guide me. Anything to thwart the responsibility, huh? Look, I'm not here to bait you. I just wanted to give you an opportunity to pack your things and leave. You know, to save you the embarrassment of being escorted out of the White House by the Secret Service. Yeah, I see you brought my favorite agents. Did you manage to quit smoking, Jake? And congratulations, Liam. I heard it's a boy. Resorting to violence against an old man already. How nice of you to show your men your true colors already, you wimp. You'll have to carry me along with the chair I'm sitting in. Wait, what? Whatever, I'll get someone else to throw you out. You're unbelievable. Huh? You don't have to get anyone else, you goof. These guys are professionals. They'll listen to your every order. Then, it's a matter of class, sir. With the way you are acting, you're never gonna earn even a single person's respect. That's absurd. Everything I've been doing was for the people. I love Americans, and I'd sacrifice anything for the well-being. And they know it. That's why they chose me to be their leader. Do you realize that, first and foremost, you are Commander-in-Chief? This means killing people is in your job description. Grow up. If you wanted to help people, you should have become a nurse. That's extremely awesome, albeit naive. Perhaps I should give you a chance after all. Okay, but the power of the President of the United States should also be used to save numerous lives. You couldn't be more wrong. All in all, I was considered quite soft, but you'd be shocked to know how many people I had killed. Why would you even say something like that? I had no idea you were such a rotten guy. And I had no idea you could be so easily manipulated. Do you really think you got nominated because of your pure heart? No, it's the result of my hard...
Hard work and dedication?
Sure.
They told me the same thing 8 years ago, and then left me to do their dirty work.
What are you implying?
I'm saying that we're here just to be blamed for US's mistakes, and if you want to make it here, you should put your idealistic beliefs to rest.
You're lying, right? If you're just doing this to mess with my head, I'll have you arrested.
We might hate each other, but I'm the closest thing you have to an ally, so try not to act rashly, give it all some thought. No, you will not, or the public you oh so love will lynch you for going after their beloved president. Whoa, okay, look, maybe I over-dramatized a thing or two, but that's the gist of it. Why would you arrest the messenger?
God damn it, I hate this.
Welcome to the real world.
I need a drink. As for you, you said your piece, which I'll consider a part of my training. So I'll give you and your family, 1 week to move out. I'm not going to be so open-minded the next time around.
Certainly, Mr. President. You can count on me, Mr. President. I'm shivering with anticipation already. Whatever helps you sleep at night, either way, you know where to find me. What is this game? I didn't think this was gonna go like this. This is kind of crazy. What is going on? Okay, dreaming of the White House. Dear readers, we have made it through yet another winter, but as the snow begins to melt in DC, the atmosphere remains as chilly as ever, and our political institutions remain frozen in an uneasy conflict. Let's look at the timelines. January 20th, inauguration incident. January 21st, rumors surface of a presidential argument taking place in the Oval Office. January 21st, the new president announces that due to family issues, his predecessor is allowed to stay in the White House until the end of January. Claim later referred to as unsubstantiated by White House insider. January 23rd, president's first conflict with White House staff. Several officials fired. January 24th to the 30th, conflict continues. A supposed flu epidemic results in numerous sick leaves. What is going on? This is way too on the nose. Okay. January 31st, escalate. This is nuts. Escalation. The president has not been informed of a cabinet's meeting, cancels a scheduled press conference. February 3rd, the president orders separation of the western wing of the United States, moves into one of the bedrooms, and adapts the library to be his new office. Former president still resides in the White House. February 11th, president's infamous screecher outburst. February 12th till now, no notable developments. The White House closes its doors to the media. What does it mean for America? When and how will this get resolved? The experts are very much divided on this issue. Find out more on page 7. Wow, alright. It's been more than a decade since my last visit, but not much has changed. I thought you'd at least...
Thank you, President Rump, for all the crazy antics you have done over the past 8 years.
I'm still president. Did you not pay attention to what's been going on? I forced myself to stay in the White House, and the new president who was elected I'm not letting him take office. I didn't think that this game would allow you to go this way, but this is crazy.
It's been more than a decade since my last visit, but not much has changed. I thought you would at least have more gadgets at your disposal.
I wasn't expecting any visitors.
I had to leave to take a shower. I have missed that.
Yeah, no, I'm forcibly staying in the White House as president. This is feeling more and more like a Trump simulator as I continue playing it.
Right. I apologize. Truth be told, I was supposed to meet the new president, but he's busy with something else. So, since I'm here already, I might as well do some exploring, right?
Right.
I see you're still apprehensive, but let me assure you, there's no reason for that, since I had nothing to do with the press. I actually hate it, to be perfectly honest.
Then who are you? Your face looks familiar. Ah, you might have seen me on the cover of Human People magazine about 10 years ago. I was the talk of the town back then, selling my first company, Pay a Fee, for billions of dollars, while still, for all intents and purposes, being just a kid. I remember now. A pleasure to meet you. What have you been up to? Oh, is this supposed to be a parody of, Pay a Fee? This is supposed to be a parody of, fucking, Elon Musk. This is crazy, dude. And then, I think I understand where this is going. Unfortunately. Oh, wow. I remember now. A pleasure to meet you. What have you been up to? This and that. I got involved in a whole bunch of new ventures and finally found my passion. Business advising. It allows me to be in the middle of the fray without having to put my skin on the line. Exciting, isn't it? Yeah, sounds like a video game. So what brings you to the White House? Work, of course. You see, since I'm the go-to guy when it comes to the future of the U.S. economy, a number of my clients have asked me to verify what's going on. And I've got to say, this situation you've created has thrown me off quite a bit, so kudos for that. Thank you, I guess. So what can I do for you? While you're playing war in the White House, the business world has stopped. I'm here to see if you're serious and whether you should be taken seriously. Absolutely, I'm all in. Shouldn't you be asking the new president? I'm all in. I like the sound of that. Good to know you're not missing a backbone. So are the rumors true? What are you doing exactly? I'm just doing everything in my power to secure a future for America. I'm just following a carefully thought out plan. I'm going to expose the new president as the fraud that he is. Yeah. That's great and all. But let's cut the crap. My clients are worried that the power vacuum you created might harm their interests. They have nothing to worry about. I'll make sure not to rock the boat. Relax, everything has been accounted for. Then perhaps you should go and see how well the newly elected president handles this crisis. So you're saying that you managed to stay in control despite their current position. Your current position. How? You shouldn't look down on the man whose actions kept the U.S. economy healthy for nearly a decade. I've made sure to maintain the support of some influential people I befriended during my presidency. Well, I'm flexible and good at adapting to new challenges. It's true that you have a pretty solid track record. While the new guy hasn't been handling the situation too well, and we both know there's nothing worse for business than instability. Exactly, I'm far more dependable. If only more people would see it that way. Truth be told, the events of the last few weeks got me really worried enough to pay you a visit. But you know what? Hearing you talk makes me think that you might actually have all this under control. Much better than the other guy, at least. What a sorry sight, eh? I'm going to stabilize the situation soon. Please do, sir. I'll be on my way, and if anyone asks, I'll let them know you're still calling shots around here. Thanks. Your support is much appreciated. This is insane. I didn't think that this would go this route. Does this game ever end? It doesn't seem like it. What the fuck? Team LEP or Team DFP? In case any of our dear readers spent the last few months living under a rock, two new abbreviations have permeated the public discourse: LEP and DFP. But what do they mean exactly? Are those top baseball teams exciting new K-pop boy bands, deadly foreign viruses? Well, no. They pertain to politics. Of all things, and a simple utterance of either is enough to spark a fierce debate. LEP stands for illegally elected president, while DFP refers to de facto president, and each is used to identify the supporters of corresponding U.S. officials. However, we have strong indicators of local LEPs and DFPs occupying not only media outlets and bar stools, but also the White House. The events of the last week triggered a serious debate regarding the competence of the presidents and the resulting decentralization of power. There are even rumors of White House employees still primarily serving DFP. Morning, honey. I hope you don't mind me letting myself in.
Good morning, of course not. It's okay, but in case I'm having someone over, make sure to knock next time.
I've got to say, these days, it's far less busy around here.
Only in the mornings, every day. Once the staff is done with their primary duties, they come to consult me.
Yes, I've noticed. You should really be getting some sleep.
Perhaps you're right.
Either way, I just wanted to check up on you. This whole thing is worrying, you know? It's not easy to catch a break, even for myself.
What do you mean? Is someone giving you a hard time?
No, I mean, sort of. I can't go anywhere without being targeted by the press, and watching TV is giving me anxiety. I've even tried to limit myself to international media, but they're covering this nonstop as well.
Hey, relax. That's what the press does. Besides, it's not all bad, is it? What do you want me to say? It's a good story. Deal with it.
I guess not, but honey, I'm still scared for you, for myself, for us.
Shh, take a deep breath and relax. It's been months and I'm still here. The same as always. Nobody will dare harm us, I promise. There, we've talked about this, remember? I'd never let anything happen to us. Look, I'm not gonna deny it. Dark times are ahead for us, but in the end, it's going to be worth it.
Yes, I know. Thank you. It's just hard to stay positive, you know? I get calls every day from all over the world. Our acquaintances want to know what's going on, and I have no idea what to tell them.
They're just curious. Let them know they can call me anytime. I don't bite. Just keep the conversations casual. We're a family, first and foremost. You don't have to be the first lady 24/7. You don't have to tell them anything. You don't owe them crap.
Yeah, you're probably right, and not like it's going to be this way forever.
Of course not. Otherwise, I'd never put you anything like that.
What? I never put you anything like that? I don't know what that means.
Exactly. It's just a matter of time before I'm acknowledged by everyone. Yeah, well, let's hope so. Though these idiots aren't making it any easier.
It's a relief to hear that. But there's something else that's been giving me sleepless nights. Even if all goes well, what will happen to our children? Will they be able to lead normal lives, work and travel as they please?
Of course, I'm liked and respected internationally, perhaps even more so than locally. Honey, you know I'd never let any of this affect our kids. Look, you should have thought about it 10 years ago when I first started considering running for president.
I guess you're right.
Of course I am.
Thank you for carving out some time out of your busy schedule to quell my fears. I really needed that.
Anytime, dear.
This is crazy. This is like so off the hook nuts right now. I wasn't expecting it to go this far. I mean, the fact that we ran 2 terms. And then we decided to just sit in the White House for a third term. As the new president was elected in, and he's like, oh, well, fuck. What am I going to do now? He's refusing to leave. This is so weird. World's greatest game of hide and seek. Though the chaos surrounding the president's entourage seems to be over, for the most part, many still question the integrity of both the president and his cabinet. Is this justified, or are we just addicted to this political drama? It's not entirely unheard of to replace most of the White House staff and officials, says political historian Paul Rye. What I consider to be the biggest shock to Americans is the distinctly different governing style displayed by the current president. We are used to constantly seeing and hearing about our nation's leader. Meanwhile, the president tends to delegate his men to most events, which is why the VP has gotten far more airtime than the actual commander-in-chief. While surrounding oneself with trustworthy and reliable allies is not an invalid strategy in itself, it is hard to imagine a worse time for doing so. The Americans remain vulnerable to even the wildest speculations, worrying about anything ranging from the president's competence to his physical and mental well-being. So, can the public that's been starved for some sort of reassurance expect the president to quell their fears? Or would that be too much to ask for from this timid man?
And let me tell you something. Fake news, I'm not timid. You have a problem with me, I'm just going to assassinate you, that's all there is to it.
Hello, sir, do you have a minute?
Of course, where have you been?
Good. But please keep it quiet, sir. I snuck out of a meeting to see you.
Is that so? That's pretty amusing.
No, it's not. It's serious. I really need your help.
What's going on?
A few days ago, some senior staff members of the International Trade Administration requested an urgent meeting with the president to discuss the policy toward Chinese corporations that refuse to comply with the trade agreements.
That's hardly new or surprising.
Exactly, sir. But I feel that they're being extra blatant this time, as if trying to test the new administration.
Highly probable. So, how is our new president handling it?
It's a disaster. He's just sitting there and pretending to listen absent-mindedly, passing me the documents they're discussing. When you were in the office, you bombarded me with notes and orders to pass around to the point I could barely catch my breath. My gut tells me that his passiveness might have disastrous consequences.
You are absolutely correct, and you've come to the right place. I'll happily give you some pointers about where to take this. You might be right, but I can't intervene. Suggest postponing the meeting and making sure the president has been briefed properly next time.
Thank you. Okay, so, to begin. There have been several reports of Chinese manufacturing companies stealing our intellectual property. However, we cannot verify anything, so they are doing everything in their power to stall the investigation.
It'll be enough if someone important mentions that the U.S. will not enter into any agreements with entities that violate IP laws. Honestly, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Our manufacturing is too optimized for them to just adapt it efficiently. That's such a tricky case. I wish I was up to date on our relations.
If you ever meet Trump, you gotta do the impression. It's perfect.
I would never meet Trump. Ever. Ever. I do not like him, James. I am not a Trump supporter at all. I feel... I don't even want to bring up politics in this stream, but I'm not a fan of his. That's all I'm going to say. I don't even know what to say here. It'll be enough if someone important mentions that the U.S. will not enter into any agreement.
Oh, gotcha. It's still a good impression, though.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I feel like that makes more sense. Oh, Oh, that's a clever approach. Okay, let's see here. The next thing on the agenda is... Bimbom is a popular Chinese-owned social media app that's been raising security concerns in the Facepalm, because I know what they're talking about. They're talking about TikTok. Bimbom. Bimbom is a popular Chinese-owned social media app that's been raising security concerns in the US since the CCP can supposedly access its databases. Some are even suggesting a total ban.
That'd be devastating for Bimbom, but perhaps one of the US tech companies would be interested in acquiring the app. Let's play their game and get one of our social media giants to copy their app. Just make it better. That ought to get them to rethink their policy. Bimbom, even my kids use it. Well, get the president to do his job properly here.
Oh, that'd put the CCP in a very tricky position. I'll make sure that ITAC deputy takes that into consideration. Good. Now, with that out of the way, it's time for sanctions. This topic keeps returning, but it's clearly making the new president uncomfortable. If this goes on, I'm afraid he'll just allow some interest group to make the call for him.
Yielding to China will have disastrous long-term consequences for our industry. We cannot be afraid to act. Have our analysts prepare a long-term prognosis and come up with an optimal sanction proposal. More often than not, imposing sanctions is a political decision. I don't want to become a side in that particular argument.
Then I'll make sure that this option is explored.
Please do. Is there anything else I can do for you?
There's one last thing. You see, there's a memorandum of a formality, really, that I can't get the president to sign. It's been gathering dust on his desk for weeks now, but each time I bring it up, he just gets irritated and says he needs to look into it first, but then never does. And he doesn't pay attention to his briefings or trust my summaries. So would you mind signing it for him? It's an older document, and I'm sure that if I slip it into the pile, nobody will notice, and I'll be able to get on with my other duties.
Of course, anything for the United States. Good call. I'll gladly do it. Are you crazy? That's illegal.
Really, Mr. President? Thank you. Whether you accept or dismiss this memo, I'm sure you will take the right course of action here. Crap, I need to get going. I'll just leave it here and pick it up later today, okay? See you soon.
Thank you for trusting in me. I will not disappoint you.
This is highly illegal. I'm not even the president right now. I'm signing documents? I'm just sitting in the White House because I refuse to leave. The real president is in like another room because I'm not letting him take the Oval Office. This is so weird. Protecting United States investors from significant risks from Chinese companies. Though fair and effective regulations and a robust free market economy, through fair and effective regulations and a robust free market economy, the United States stock market has become the center for global financial institutions, trusted and respected worldwide. Therefore, as the U.S. president, I feel obliged to harshly remind our Chinese investors of the importance of upholding transparency regulations. The law can make no exceptions.
Sounds fantastic. Sign me up. Look at that beautiful signature. One of the best, I'm telling you. The new president cannot sign as beautiful as this. Look at this fantastic signature here. It looks like a pubic hair, but that doesn't matter because it's not a pubic hair, it's a signature.
Okay. Accept. Technically, this game should have been over a long time ago, by the way. This is like literally one of the biggest epilogues I've ever seen. Because if you play the game normally, after your second term, you're the game ends with this big cutscene, and I didn't know it would go this way. That you could just sit in the office and just not leave. Like, this is insane. Oh, it's this guy again.
Good morning, sir.
Hello, it's rare to see you here on such early hour. Don't you have to assist the new president? Well, typically that's the case, but the president has been on sick leave lately. Oh no, what happened? Is he going to be okay? Ha, I hope he does. I think it was a stress-induced mental breakdown, so nothing exactly life-threatening. He probably just needs some time off. Typical. I always said that not everyone is cut out for this job. I hope he's going to get better. I don't. Me too, sir. Me too. It's quite a pickle, you know, to not have anyone take charge and represent this great nation. What do you mean? What about the vice president? How do I put it? The vice president is from Camp DFP. Wait, what? He's your fan, sir. He believes that you should be in power. Whoa, really? I'm flattered. Either way, when I told him the plan for today, he just smiled and said that he's also feeling a bit under the weather and told me to see if there's anyone else who could be trusted with handling presidential affairs for the time being. Is that so? That seems to be the case, sir. Would you do us the honor and lend us your wisdom and expertise? Of course, I'd be happy to. I thought you'd never ask. Great, let's get going then. Oh, just one more question before we proceed. How would you like to be addressed, sir? What do you mean? I am your president, am I not? Just call me by my name. I'm a simple public servant responding to the will of the people. My greatest duty is to defend this nation as the commander-in-chief. President? Absolutely. Welcome back, Mr. President. I've never really left, you know. Oh my... Jesus. Okay. We're going this route, are we? Alright. Illegally being the president at this point. 50 days later? Okay.
What can I say? My intentions were good. Of course, I knew this... Let's just call it a third term, okay? I knew it's going to be the most difficult one yet. But I was the right person at the right place, without a doubt. Just ask anyone who'd been working in the White House back then. I was all pumped up and ready to work harder than ever to keep this great country going. Don't you dare believe anyone who says otherwise. So you want to know what went wrong? Listen, when you're on the top of the world like I was, you're surrounded by all sorts of yes men or suck-ups. Trust me, it's quite easy to lose your footing at some point. I was no diplomat, and before long, the whole world turned against me. I just wanted to make people happy. The public good was more important to me than anything else. And one day, those I loved so much made me their scapegoat. In hindsight, I should have expected that type of reaction. People get accustomed to the good times and start biting the hand that feeds. Still, I regret nothing. And there's nothing I would change.
What? Was I just assassinated? I'm sorry. Huh? Wow. Dude, that is crazy. Okay, well, that was my third term. I was shot, apparently. Well, it was fun while it lasted, I guess. So that was that was I am your president, and why am I at a black screen here? Oh, okay. About my presidency. Oh, this should be good. Hey, I'm not crazy enough to criticize a guy that's put like a gazillion surveillance satellites into the orbit, you know? I just came back from a business trip to Europe. I was shocked to learn how famous and well-liked our president is there. whatever he's doing seems to be working. I don't want to jinx it, but I think he's doing a fantastic job with our economy. American Dream, it lives again, baby. Some mess I did. Change views 12, crisis handled 13, counteractions 29, mails appeared 18, projects running 0, nukes deployed 0, speeches spoken 3, screeches sent 12. Quest and promises succeeded 7, press conferences 0, articles written 23, bills signed 14. Bills refused 7, milestones reached 12. Alright. And there you go, guys. That was I Am Your President on the PS5. We kind of went a third term illegally and forcibly stayed in the White House, specifically in the Oval Office, only to get assassinated. So that was interesting. So thank you very much to James and Lewis for tuning into tonight's live stream of I Am Your President. I hope you guys had a fantastic night. And yeah, that'll be the end of this one. So we're going to go back into other games that we have to finish off over the next couple of days. And as well, Stu and I will be doing part 3 of Phantasmagoria over on his channel. And finally, we will be doing the next Paintcast podcast over the next few days as well. So tune into that. That'll be on my channel. And yeah, that's going to do it for this week, or for at least today, anyway, tonight. So thank you very much, my fellow Americans and Canadians and whatever the hell elseikins. It's fantastic to have served you as your president, even though I was shot in the head. Such a thing happens. I'm sorry to have to say, but anyway, it's fantastic to be here, and tune in to this guy, the Gamer's Grotto, at some point for another one of those video game Poggy McPoggy blippity bloopity blip games of some kind. So anyway, that'll do it for tonight, guys. Have a fantastic night, and we'll see you soon at the Gamer's Grotto. Take care once again. Have a great one. Tune in if you missed any of the previous live streams of I Am Your President. Simply go over to the playlist section and search up I Am Your President. You'll find all of the previous streams in there. Keep in mind that this game has multiple different endings, so there is a lot of replayability. I'm probably not going to be replaying this on this channel anytime soon, but pick it up for yourself if you are interested in it. It's a lot of fun, and there is multiple outcomes to all of your choices. But yeah, that's going to do it for tonight, guys. Have a fantastic night. We'll see you soon. Take care. Have a good one. We'll be back within a day or so with some more games to stream, and likely the podcast, as well as Phantasmagoria, part 3 of that stream on Stu's Game Reviews channel. Take care. Have a great night. Fantastic. A great night. Fake news. Take care.